Hi, this is the Business Guy. If protecting your assets from lawsuits is important to you, you'll want to watch this video. A Cook Islands LLC and Nevis LLC, especially when combined with an offshore asset protection trust, are two powerful tools that can help you do just that. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the 10 reasons why I now like the Cook Islands LLC more than the Nevis LLC for asset protection from lawsuits and financial privacy. I've been setting up companies in Nevis since 1994 and have set up more companies there than anybody in the world. I've been setting up companies in the Cook Islands since 1996 and have set up more trusts in the Cook Islands than anybody in the world. So some would say that makes me an expert on the topic and qualified to make this video comparing the Cook Islands LLCs and Nevis LLCs. By the way, this is a huge change, so when new updates come out, click subscribe, follow my channel, and you'll get notified. Now, I have long been an advocate of the Nevis LLCs for asset protection and financial privacy, but recent events have changed my mind and have swayed me to the Cook Islands, and here are the 10 reasons why. Number one, modern technology. The Cook Islands government has made strides recently into the future in terms of digital onboarding. In other words, offshore companies require you to provide know your client documents in order to prevent money laundering. Notarized copy of ID, utility bill, reference letter, etc. In the Cook Islands, all you need to do is upload those documents to an online portal and boom, you're good to go. Nevis still resorts to paper documents and no upload portal. Number two, faster setup. In the old days, we could set up a Nevis LLC in 2 or 3 days or so. Lately, however, the regulations have become so onerous that it's been taking 2 or 3 months to set up a Nevis LLC. As long as you provide the proper documents quickly, we can set up a Cook Islands LLC within days, not weeks or months. Number three, barriers to litigation. Now, the Cook Islands does not have a $100,000 or so bond a creditor must post before filing a lawsuit to collect a judgment against a member of a Nevis LLC. But people bringing litigation into the Cook Islands must post attorney's fees to cover any litigation. And this can sometimes be well over $100,000. So this puts the two at almost a level playing field. Number four, faster service. Let's say down the road, you need a certificate to set up a bank account. When you have a Cook Islands trust that owns a Cook Islands LLC, for example, you get both the best asset protection in the world, plus it is easier for our trustee company to stay in legal compliance when the trustee company can also order the required certificates themselves instead of waiting for someone from Nevis to send them the required documents. For example, for the trustee to help open or change a bank account, the bank will need a certificate of incumbency, and this shows the bank who has the right to open the bank account on behalf of your LLC. Your trustee can make such a certificate in-house the same day for a much lower cost instead of waiting for weeks for Nevis to provide the document. Number five, protector services. A protector is a position within the trust that can do things like quickly change the trustee from the Cook Islands to a number of other jurisdictions should someone file a legal threat against you or your trust in the Cook Islands. Very rare, we've never seen it with any of our clients. Let's say someone files a Mariva injunction, which is the equivalent of a temporary restraining order against your trust in the Cook Islands. That temporarily ties your trust company's hands from moving trust assets during litigation. With a protector service, we could easily turn your Cook Islands trust into a Nevis or Belize trust, for example, and then bypass the freezing order. Number six, harder to sue you. Most litigants could stomach a trip to Nevis as it's physically much closer to the USA. In fact, I've been to Nevis down in the Caribbean many times, and I can fly to St. Kitts, Nevis in about 3 hours. From where I live in Florida, a trip to the Cook Islands is about 25 to 58 hours long, depending on the flight you choose, making it much more difficult for that person who wants to sue you. In that same vein, number seven, difficult for your opponent to hire an attorney. Your opponent must usually hire a specialized attorney from New Zealand or Australia to fly to the Cook Islands to participate in litigation. Whereas some hearings can be conducted by Zoom, some need to be done in person. The problem for your opponent is that many times attorneys are conflicted out of litigation because of their relationship with the trustees in the Cook Islands. That is, if the trust company already has a relationship with an attorney, your opponent cannot hire them. However, you would usually have no problem hiring those same attorneys to represent you, since you and your trustee are on the same side. So the best attorneys in the Cook Islands are often not ethically available for your opponent to hire because they would be going against somebody who's previously hired them. So this is a crazy fight for litigants and a big chore for them to find proper legal representation. Number 8, less work for you as the client. When you set up a Cook Islands Trust and Cook Islands LLC, you can use the same Know Your Client documents. That is, the same set of due diligence documents that you used to set up your trust can also be used to set up your LLC. Number 9, the Cook Islands is part of New Zealand. Transparency International publishes the Global Corruption Perceptions Index each year that rates the most trusted countries in the world. And out of 195 countries worldwide, New Zealand has held the number 1 and number 2 spots more than any other country in the world, making it one of the most trusted countries worldwide. Which brings us to number 10, strong regulation. Cook Islands is subject to more regulatory audits than just about any asset protection jurisdiction. That is, the government steps in and audits the trustee company and LLC registered agents regularly to make sure that the clients are being treated honorably and ethically. Now, it is a big pain in the rear for the trustees, but that should certainly give our clients great comfort that someone is always looking over the trustee's shoulder. So I've been setting up companies in Nevis for about 30 years now and have long been a strong advocate. And they are still good, don't get me wrong. But I've been setting up companies in the Cook Islands for almost 28 years. And with the recent improvements in the Cook Islands and the regulatory drag that often takes months to set up companies in Nevis, the Cook Islands now has my greatest confidence. For more free information, visit assetprotectionplanners.com, fill out a free strategy session form, subscribe for more. This is The Business Guy.